and have fun exploring your imaginations.
For me, I always like to write stories that I would want to read when I was your age, or when I'm an old guy like me. So I write books that have adventure, magic, silly jokes, good characters, and if I enjoy it, then I hope you guys will enjoy it too.
Yeah, my favorite character is Lucy Carlyle from Lockwood & Co. And I love the fact that she's always enthusiastic and very determined to do her job.
If you have to choose a book written by yourself, which one would you?
It's like asking a mother who is your favourite child. It's kind of difficult question.
They always know what the answer is. They just don't tell us.
Yes, that's right. Well, the first Bartimaeus book, The Amulet of Samarkand, is probably my favourite because it changed my life.
Is there a book which inspired you the most so far?
I love The Lord of the Rings. That was the book that inspired me the most, probably, because it created a massive fantasy world, and I went into it and I lived in that world, which was a very exciting thing. A little bit like now, of course, Harry Potter is, as we've been discussing, J.K. Rowling creates this amazing world which you can live in, and that is what I try to do also.
The next activity that Mrs. Neville proposed to us was to rewrite parts of the story, changing the plot, changing the sets, changing the time. And later, as a forward activity, we're going to actually write a book review.
My first book here, in this bag, I always take this book around with me because it reminds me where I started. I made this book when I was about 7, I think, and you can see that well, maybe you can't, but all the glue has gone kind of brown because this book is so old. It's all just experimenting. I was looking for my voice. It took me until I was about 30 to find my voice when I wrote The Amulet of Samarkand. That's when I really discovered my voice. So it takes a long time. So if you guys want to write, you just have to do it and experiment and mess around, and eventually you find out what kind of writer you are.
When you were a child, which author did you look up to the most?
Well, it depends how old I was. When I was really small, there was a guy called Richard Scarry who did lots of really good children's picture books, and he was the best. There's an English writer called Diana Wynne Jones, who is a fantasy writer. She was extremely good. You could write a story about anything. It could be a really boring thing, like you're just talking about somebody coming out the door, walking down the street, going to the shop, buying a loaf of bread. Really boring. But if you use the right words, you can make that absolutely most exciting and suspenseful or funny thing you've ever read.